Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Get you guys ready. But we are talking about confession. Every day we have confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. Hope everybody is ready for Hump Day Wednesday. Whew. It's been a morning already. But it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a great morning. So, how did everybody like the morning show on yesterday? I hope Take Action Tuesday was something that you needed. Let us know what you guys think. Anything that you want to add? I'm waiting for my fearless co-host to join me this morning. What you guys would like to add or see or do different? We'll be glad to include that for you. I know yesterday, yesterday I went to the doctor again. Excuse me, I have to have something to drink early in the morning. It's usually hot water. Good morning.
Hey, can you see me the right way? Because my phone is acting 10 kinds of crazy this morning. Everything has been in full effect. I don't know if you guys know about Murphy's Law, but anything that can go wrong will, and and it has. So
it hit you yesterday, didn't it?
Girl, yeah. So we yesterday, guys, I'm working on my computer, getting all my stuff done, and then all of a sudden, so my son's teacher uses Class Dojo. And in Class Dojo, for those of you who don't have kids or whatever, Class Dojo, the teacher can send you messages. You can stay on top of what's happening in class. They can send pictures, videos, comments, whatever. I received a comment from my son's teacher that I will be receiving a phone call from the nurse. There was an accident in PE with my son. I was like, oh no, because normally she just sends me, if she sends me a message, she tells me what's going on and what's happening. But this time, all she said was, there was an accident. So that, of course, put off every alarm bell in my being. So I called my husband because he works at the school right next to him. And he said, the school already called me. I'm going over there to see how bad it is. And then I need you, I'll call you back and let you know if you need to come. Soon as he got over there, he called me back and he said, get in the car and come. He didn't tell me. I was like, oh, Lord, what happened to my baby? And anybody who has children or grandchildren, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you get that phone call and something has happened to your baby and you don't know what it is, it's like everything within you stops. Everything else falls. Yes. Nothing else matters. All that matters is you get to where your son or daughter is. And that's how I was yesterday. I didn't care about nobody's police officer, state trooper, because the school is so far away from the house because of where my husband works, so he can go to school with daddy. And God, I'm telling you, I was doing, the speed limit is what, 35 and 45 in the areas that I drive to get to his school. I know I was doing about 70. And I didn't care about anybody's ticket or anything. All I
get to that baby, girl.
Was into my baby. Long story short, guys, I know that's not why y'all here. Thank you for joining us at the Fearless Morning Show. Thank you for coming on in. But as soon as I got to my baby, guys, you cannot imagine the amount of release and relief that, God just put over me from just going through that situation. Just to put my eyes on him changed everything for my situation. But a long story short, what happened was his tooth was knocked clean out of his head, y'all. In PE class, my baby's in elementary school in the 2nd grade. His tooth was knocked clean out of his head. And then once we got to the emergency room, they had the audacity to say to me, why didn't you just pick it up and push it back up in there? I almost lost it, right? I almost lost it because my nerves are so bad. And that's one of the reasons when I went to college, y'all, that I didn't become, I wanted to be an obstetrician gynecologist, an OBGYN. But when I learned about all the stuff they had to do and how squeamish and nervous my stomach is and starts turning, that changed everything. I was like, okay, let me move to education because this is not, my nerves not set up for all this. I'm sorry, guys. This is not what I meant to be talking about this morning, but this is life. This is what happened. This is my real confession and conversation on this morning. When life happens to you, what do? You have to shift. You have to change what you're doing. You have to drop everything and move to that move to whatever it is that you got to deal with in that moment. And getting to my baby was what it was that I had to deal with. I had a whole entire schedule planned out. I was supposed to be doing videos. I was supposed to be doing phone calls. I was supposed to be doing everything that I had on my list.
And nothing worked out.
No. It went out the window so that I can get to my baby and take care of him. See, guys, that's what's important. What matters most to you in your life? That's what we need to focus on, because all of this other stuff is just that. It's just stuff. We need to focus on our family. We need to focus on those relationships. We need to focus on those things and not everything else, right? But the beauty of this, and I'm so thankful to God, and I wasn't ready for today. I was not ready for today at all. But I am so thankful to God that he allowed me to go through this, that he allowed me to deal with this situation. You see, when we get to the emergency room and everything, the emergency doctors tell us we need to go to an emergency dentist because our dentist was not answering the phone. And that's a whole nother thing, guys. Customer service is vital for any business. For any whatsoever. The dentist office didn't even answer the phone. This was an emergency where I needed to get my child in. So what happened was we had to go to another dentist office that would take us immediately. The nurse in the triage area, she went ahead and called someone else, got us in so we can go to a different dental office. We get to that dental office to get in there so they can get my baby taken care of, because my baby's sitting there, y'all. He has blood all over his clothes, everything. We get to the dental office, and lo and behold, they don't take our insurance. They do not accept our insurance. And they say to us, because my husband and I are standing there looking at them, they say to us, from the hospital, they told us that y'all were going to take care of the bill today. Right? They have my baby in the back, already laying in the chair with the dentist, and they pulled me out and say, they told us over at the hospital that y'all were going to take care of the bill today. But you know what happened? We said, okay, because I was not going to allow him to sit there in pain and go through all of this stuff, right? And that's the beauty of it, guys. When something happens in your family, you find the money to make sure stuff happens, right? You find it. My baby's tooth got knocked out of his head, blood all over him. What did you think we were going to do, right? We'd never been in this situation before. But long story short, his tooth has been popped back inside of his head. They put a stabilizer on it so it looks like a brace. And then they gave us a 25% discount on the bill because they said we were a cash customer, because they were not accepting our insurance in that moment. Man. Yes. What do you do when things go wrong? Yes. What do you do when your plan has to change, when it doesn't work? Y'all join us on Saturday, because that is what we'll be talking about. I had to go through it myself. I have some more examples for y'all too that I'll be sharing on that webinar. What do you do when your plan doesn't work? How do you get back on track? What do you do when things go awry? Guys, I'm telling you, we've been been through some things, but we know how to come through on the other side. And that's what's most important. How do you continue to grow? How do you continue to do the things that you need to do in order to survive? That's what's most important. So if you want to join us on this webinar on Friday, you need to text Freebie Friday. And I know it's Wednesday, it's hump day, I get it. But text Freebie Friday to 345-345 if you want to join us on Saturday, where we can talk about this. We're going to have some confessions and conversations, or dare I say some courageous conversations, because that is what's going to be most important for us as we move forward, as we, continue on this journey, as we continue to grow. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, I took up so much time. What time is it, JoJo?
7:30. That's okay.
Lord have mercy. Well, let me give you this quick quote.
Okay.
The Fearless Morning Show quote of the day. Money is a terrible master, but a great servant. Let me say that.
Yes.
Money is a terrible master, but a great servant. And all it boils down to is, how are you ensuring that you're setting yourself up so when things do go awry, that you do have a plan B or a plan C or sometimes a plan D, right?
Yep.
How do you set yourself up? So what I wanted to say to you today in the the financial confession and conversation, if you lose your job today, if you lose your 401k today, if you lose all of your savings today, what are you going to do? What's your plan B? What's your plan C? See, guys, it's inevitable. We have to take the steps, the necessary steps to ensure that we are moving towards success. And whatever those steps are, we need to make sure that we are willing to do the work. Now, you can do everything in the free world. You can continue to join us every day. You can continue to listen to this great information. You can continue to say amen and share and go on. However, what is most important is how you move forward. And we talk about, facing our finances. We talk about having a money mindset, being accountable, being consistent, and educating yourself. But the truth be told, guys, we are adults. And why in the world do we need somebody to help us, hold us accountable for things that we really already should be doing? Let me just say that again. You are a grown, squiggle woman or man. Why do you need somebody else to help hold you accountable for things that you need to do? You should be able to look around your house and see your family, see your children, see your husband, see your wife, see your whatever. And that should be your accountability. But oftentimes they don't work for everybody, and you need somebody else. If you need somebody else, find you somebody else. But I just want to put that out there. We are grown, guys. Put your big girl panties on, put your man drawers on, whatever you want to call them, and do what you need to do to get it done. Because it makes absolutely no sense for us to continue to stay in these situations, for us to continue to be busted and disgusted in everything that's going on. And guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning. If you will, share the video, because our community needs to hear this. This crabs mentality has to be released. We have to do better. So keep joining us here at the Fearless Morning Show, because we're going to give you the things to get your life all the way right. Join us on Saturday for the webinar. What do you do when your plan doesn't work? You're going to text.
And it's free.
Freebie Friday. Yes, you're going to text Freebie Friday. I know it's Wednesday. Text Freebie Friday to 345-345. We will also be putting that in the comments for those of you who are going to be listening in. Good morning, Miss Kimberly. Thank you for joining. And let you know that you can also grow, but you can grow with us too. Thank you.
That's right.
This is our financial confession and conversation this morning. I do apologize for going over all the time this morning.
That's all right. So yesterday, we talked about, I talked about checking yourself. So I posted my picture yesterday about what my doctor face. And so I did check myself because Trina was like, I love to be a fly on the wall in that room. I checked myself because the doctor was like, well, Miss Waddell, if you know all the answers to the questions, why are you here? Because it says MD, medical doctor behind your name, ma'am, and not my name. I was so hot. When I tell you I had to count to 10,000 and it was an uncomfortable silence. Like she looked at me like, are you not going to answer me? And I had to take a deep breath and I said, you know what? Let me check myself. Let me check my attitude before I respond. And I responded really nicely, y'all. Y'all be proud of me. I used some big words, but I responded really, really nicely. And told her, I needed her expertise and not mine. Yes, I knew some of the answers, but not all the answers. And that's what I was there for. And $40 later, I wanted to snatch the receipt out of her hand and told her, I already knew that, but I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So I was good. I was on my best behavior yesterday. I promise. So even though her bedside manner was that of an orange, I didn't complain. I did not complain at all because she
I'm
had
sorry.
None. All right, guys.
What's the bedside manner of an orange? That's the first time I've heard.
Exactly. She didn't have none. She didn't have nothing, honey. She had. I'm trying to smile. Good morning, good afternoon. How are you? Well, I've been here a couple of years before, and she just looking at me like, hurry up and tell me what's wrong with you because you got to get out of my office. And when I tell you I talked even slower on purpose, I did. Just to aggravate her. I'm sorry, Jesus is working with me.
Right. He's not through with me yet.
He's not through. So on my Take Action Tuesday, I checked myself and I worked on myself yesterday. So I was my own Take Action Tuesday yesterday. All right, so guys, I was assuming Lynn was going to be a little construed this morning because her baby was hurt. So I have a quote for the day too. Yeah, I don't like dry people either, and I'm so bubbly. And I can't help but, and the joke in my house is my kids say, Ma, don't go out and make new friends. Because everywhere they're like, you're the only person we know that can go to the bathroom and come out with a best friend. I don't know how that happens. I'm just a friendly person. I don't know. So the quote I have for today is consult not your fears, but your hopes and your dreams. Think not about your frustrations, but about your unfulfilled potential. Concern yourself not with what you tried and failed in, but with what is still possible for you to do. And that is Pope John, 20, Lord have mercy. That's Pope John. Look, 10, 20, 23, I had to count it out. I had to go back to school.
Right.
So I just love that quote. Don't consult your fears, but your hopes and your dreams. So yesterday we talked about rebuilding a new you. So today it is developing the rules around the new you. This is also exciting because you get to build a new person, whoever you want the new you to look like. Because there's all some things that we like to change about us. So now you're building a new you. Now you get to apply some rules to the new you. And here was the hard thing that I had to learn. This is my confession for the day. I had to learn not to apologize to people for me changing. I had to learn that because I was starting to do things different. People always say, oh, you always doing something. I'm sorry. Like, I got to apologize for changing my life. So I had to learn that I don't have to do that. And so now there's a new set of rules to talk, not to say, and I don't want people to think that that it's coming off better than or arrogant, but there's a difference. When you value who you are and what's going on in your life, then you can apply some rules to it. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. We're not going to have those negative Nelly conversations.
Right.
There's just certain things we're not going to talk about. Certain things I'm not going to discuss, because before people ask me questions, well, JoJo, why did you do that? Or why? And I, as a grown woman, would take my time and explain to people my life and could try to convince them on why I needed to do something in my life.
Wow.
And when I got that down, that I don't have to do that, and if these are the rules, that you ain't calling me to ask your permission, asking my permission to do something in your life. So why are you doing that to me? Why am I having to explain that and then feel sorry and feel bad that I made the decision about my life because you didn't like it? That applies to your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin. That applies to everybody, because when you start to change and you start giving people new rules, here the first thing they're going to say is, who do you think you are?
Right.
Do you not know you from Union Mills?
Yeah.
You from Far City. What is you talking about? You from 3rd Street. What is what are you talking about? You ain't nobody. Yes, I am. And it's not my problem that you chose not to believe that you're somebody too. Or it's not my problem that you don't think I'm somebody. So I'm going to reassure you that I am. And so here's the new rules to apply to me. Right, Lynn?
Yes, girl, yes.
And that's how you have to, that's how you have to do it. And some people, I think people that know me now know when I get frustrated, I talk a certain way, and then my hands start doing this. That's when I mean business. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You got to handle your business. Set up these rules and let people know. They just can't come, because people like that. You can't just come to them any kind of way, because they're going to check you. And it's not about checking people. It's about respecting who I am,
right,
and respecting my space and respecting my integrity. Because yesterday we talked about that rebuilding. Remember, you got to be consistent. You got to be honest. You got to be determined. All of that, you've got to handle all of that and then apply your rules to it, so that they know not to come for you all sideways and crooked, especially, and this is my soapbox, especially when it comes to kids. Oh, girl, well, if that was I don't know why you do that. You do too much. You do this and this for your kids, and you should, and you, no, we're not going to have that conversation. And I used to apologize to people for having it, oh, I'm sorry that this is the way I want to raise my kid. Child, no. Who pushed this baby out, me or you? Not going to happen. So I'm telling you how it's really about to happen. These are the rules. We're not going to talk about my kids,
right,
or my parenting skills, since you don't contribute. How about some of that? So today, yesterday you were rebuilding yourself. Today we're establishing some new rules. Somebody tell me some new rules that you're going to put in place today for other people in your life. It's good. Let me tell you something. It's going to be hard. It's going to be, and this is where that determination is going to come in, because you're going to have to remind people frequently that you have new rules, because they're not going to believe you. They're not going to take them seriously, and they're not going to apply to them at all, period. And it may take, when I told y'all I wasn't big enough to put on my big girl panties and tell people about stuff in my life, and I just stopped talking to them. That worked. When it came to those new rules and they didn't want to apply, I just stopped talking to them. So, and guess what? When I stopped talking to them, they came back, and guess what was in place? The rules, and they applied to them. So it'll work. It'll happen. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy or, oh, you can't come to me. It just has to be, this is now my new standard, and you have to meet it. And then when you find that you can apply that to your finances, when you can apply it to your relationships, in your life, your career thing is going to change, because you probably let people talk to you any kind of way crazy at work, and you're probably accepting crazy at work, and you're not doing what you need to do at work because of that. Then your relationships are going to change, because then you're going to start checking people at the door when they try to come at you crazy, because a man just can't talk to you any kind of way once those new rules are in place. And then you looking at him like, so why are you wasting your breath talking to me? Because we can't even have this conversation. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to find it's just going to keep applying everywhere, and those standards are going to apply to your life and your finances. I promise you they will. All right, that's my fearless thought of the day. Consult not your fears, but your hopes and your dreams. Think not about your frustrations, but your unfulfilled potential. Concern yourselves not what you tried and failed in, but with what is still possible for you to do. It is still possible for you to rebuild and set those new rules. It does not matter how old you are. You can do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. Boo-boo.
Not the boo-boo. But guys, we are inviting you to join us on Saturday for a free workshop. What do you do when your plan does not work? If you want to join us, please text Freebie Friday to 345-345. Yes, we know it is Wednesday, but we wanted to get the word out as soon as possible, as often as possible to you so that you can join us. What do you do when your plan doesn't work? Because we always plan. We always set goals at the beginning of the year. Some of us do resolutions. Some of us don't, right? But things don't always work out the way that we've planned it. So what do you do?
Yes.
How do you get yourself back on track? That's what we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about the benefits of putting it back on track for you. How are you going to win in your life? How are you going to win in your finances when things don't go according to plan? And we have some real life situations that we've dealt with ourselves. It's just amazing that both of us had to deal with doctors on yesterday. Mine was not planned. Shifted everything for me. However, we have to deal with it because life happens. We must understand that life happens. So how do you respond when things happen, when life goes awry? How do you get it back on track? So join us on Saturday. Text Freebie Friday to 345-345 so that you can join us for free, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to be real about it. We always real with you, right? We are always real with you because, guys, we have to do better. We cannot continue.
And you got to do the work.
Situations. Yes, yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. You must do the work. If you're not ready to do the work, then don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. Don't waste JoJo's time, because our time is invaluable. That's the only thing that we cannot get back.
That is right. That's why you got to check. That's why you got to establish those rules.
Yes, yes. You can get your money back, but you can't get your time back. Right?
No, ma'am.
So do not waste it. Do not waste it. We all had the same 24 hours. What are you going to do with yours? I know what I'm going to do with mine. I planned it out. I have a plan A and a plan B. But what are you going to do with your 24 hours? How are you going to make your life better in your 24 hours? How are you going to make your finances better within your 24 hours? So what do you do when your plan doesn't work? Join us on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Text Freebie Friday to 345-345 so that you can get the information so that you can get in.
That is so true, guys. I hope that you guys are enjoying the morning show and that you're sharing it, and that the information that you're getting, you're actually applying, because it is great to listen and to obtain knowledge, but you've got to apply the knowledge. And so, especially when it comes to those two key areas, your life and your finances, in any aspect of your life, but definitely in your finances, because like Lynn said, we grown folk, but sometimes we forget. We just get so caught up in the day to day that you forget that you need to take some steps to change it. And it's always one day and, oh, I'm going to get to it. And then you get home, and if you have kids, you bog down with homework, Girl Scouts, and you know, my girls stay busy, one in college. And by the time you get through everybody's events and everything that they need from you, and you sit down, you be like, oh, well, Lynn said I need to check my, and it's hard. And that's when that determination is gonna come in that consistency. Set up you're on alert on your phone. Or if you're like me, I have it delivered to me, because I know even with an alert, I'm still not gonna look at it. So I have it delivered to me, so I don't have any choice but to look at it. So set yourself up for success, because right now we're setting ourselves up for failure, and that's not what we want. So thank you for joining the Fearless Morning Show, where we have confessions and conversations about everyday life and your finances to help you get it right. And today, guys, like for real, I want somebody, and Kim, since you're on here, and I see, and Trenda, Tell me, what are some new rules that you guys are going to establish today for people when they come to interact with you? Whatever that new rule, and it doesn't have to be anything big or grand. It could be, I'm not going to answer that phone call because I know where that conversation going to go, and then my blood pressure going to be up. Let me tell you how many times I look at the phone and be like, Father God in heaven, help me, Lord. And I know I can't answer that phone at that time, and I will answer it later. So what new rules are you going to put in place today that's going to help change your life? And remember, don't apologize for the changes that's getting ready to take place in your life. It's your life. You ain't got to apologize, and you don't have to explain it to people. It's your life. So handle your business. And make sure you and then I said yesterday I was adding these on, but I have some more bracelets coming, and I'll take some pictures of today, the Be Fearless bracelets. Lynn doesn't know this. Lynn, I had them made, and these are handmade. These are actually clay, and the lady hand makes these, and it says Be Fearless on there. That's a little heart, and we have some for the guys, but they will be coming in different colors. So I will be providing a link hopefully by Friday. I'll be taking some more pictures today so you guys can see, so that you can pre-order your Be Fearless bracelet as a reminder for you to remember that it's all about starting over. You can start over today. So make sure you share the video, guys. Make sure you text Freebie Friday 345-345 for the free webinar on Saturday at 10. So we can get you guys this information and share it with somebody that may need it. So you guys have a great Wednesday. It's got to be better than it was yesterday. So I think me and Lynn are both done with doctors for this week. So I don't want to see another doctor. And I promise I would continue to check myself. So make sure you share yesterday's video too. Yeah, it's to say truly in my heart, say, you will not be, Trenda, I can't see the rest of it. Well, Trenda already got her new rule. Already ready to go. Well, dog, Trenda, I need to write one. Hold on, let me write one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write me one too. Thank you for sharing, honey. And we've got to establish these rules, especially with our family. And we often don't want to talk about that, Lynn, but sometimes it's our families that give us the most headache, heartache, and stress us out the most. And we don't have rules when it comes to family. And you be like, but it's my family, honey. If anybody know, I know. Sometimes you have to establish a rule for somebody, just one, to give yourself some peace of mind so that you're not entirely crazy. Okay, my new rule saying true. I will not be silent. Amen, Trenda.
Huge. That's
and how many times, Lynn? How many times, like we were saying yesterday, that we knew we need to say something, we are not checking that person. Oh, that's just how they are, and we're not saying anything. And we know we need to speak up, but you're being silent. And when you're silent, you are agreeing. Remember that.
Wow.
There you go, Kim. Kim, that's right. Respect from every. Why not? You respect them. Why shouldn't they respect you?
Right. Yes.
Right. Well, those are two great ones, guys. And Trenda is right. Please don't be silent. Speak on them. When somebody is disrespecting you or they coming at you the wrong way, it is A-okay to say, hey, I really don't appreciate how you said that and how you came to me. It's okay to say that. And it's okay, as Kim says, show me some respect. I'm respecting you, dog. Why you not respecting me? So let them know what it's all about. All right, guys. You guys have a great day. Anything else, Lynn, we want to add before we go?
I think that's it, guys. Just don't forget to sign up so you can join us, so you can get the link to register for the webinar, 345-345. Text Freebie Friday to 345-345. Text Freebie Friday to 345.
And it is free. It is very free. The event is free. So we will be sharing some more information. Hey, Pat. Pat is my friend. When I worked at Duke, we first met when I was actually taking her place. I think she got another job, and I was the temp to come in, and we became fast friends from Duke, and we've been friends ever since. Yes, please take time for yourself. Take that time in the car with no radio, no phone, no talking to anybody. Take that 5 or 10 minutes wherever you can. Your peace of mind is priceless. I promise you, it's priceless.
And Pat, work on
It is.
increasing that time, because 5 minutes just is not long enough for you. It's not.
No, ma'am.
Just to be
And Pat is an entrepreneur. She's an entrepreneur. Pat, if you don't mind me sharing, she's an entrepreneur. So she has her own. She runs her own company. So I know it can be insane to try to find. You know what? Honestly, where I find my quiet time is the shower. The girls know when I walk in the door and I say not today. They be all not, and I throw my hand up. I be like, no, 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 no. And I go in the bathroom and I shut the door and I turn on the water and I stand in there for about 15, 20 minutes. And that's my quiet time, because you got to find it for yourself. Because if you're crazy, and we're helping you live past crazy, but if you're crazy, how you gonna help somebody else? You can't. You want to be crazy for everybody, and there's only one crazy allowed per family. And you know, if somebody else already got that job, you can't have it.
Ooh, I think we over our quota, but that's okay. We gonna fix that.
Hey, honey, I'm so over my quota of crazy folk. It is insane, but I love all of my family, and they may be thinking I'm the crazy one. Yes, keep my water bill going. Hey, it's just a consequence of what it is, dog. That water bill. Hey, it's either that or I'm about to scream and yell, and they don't want me to scream and yell. So I gotta have that quiet time where I come in and get it together. So where I'm not young Mitra, I'm not Louise. I have so many names at work. I got to get rid of some of those. So I'm young Mitra, I'm Louise, I'm Miss Waddell. And so when I come home, girl, I'm exhausted from being all of those people. I need a break.
Oh, girl, you got to turn off all those Sasha Fierce.
I mean, somebody has got to go. I just need to be JoJo for a 10. Give JoJo 10 minutes and she'll be right back with you. Like we need a TV break.
Right. Wow. Well, only a man gonna talk about that darn water bill. Really? You need
Yeah, Keith talking about he take a Hollywood shower every day. Let me tell you something, Keith. I need that quiet time, dog. I got to have it. And you know, you throwing some kids, you gotta have it. So all right, guys, that is it for the Fearless Morning Show. Thank you for joining. Make sure that you share the information and tell me, what are your rules you putting in place today? I got 3 so far, Pat, and what you laughing at?
I'm sorry, Keith got me tripping. What in the heck is a Hollywood shower? Really?
Keith, I'll let you explain that one.
Lord have mercy.
Three people have given their the rules that they're going to put in place starting today. We're going to encourage Pat to increase hers to at least 15. Pat, come on. I will tell you this: my second time going to counseling, and the lady said, "Okay, Miss Waddell, what I want you to do is take a bath for 10 minutes." I was like, "Okay." She was like, "No book, no nothing. Yeah, good long hot fat. There you go. Where your skin come off. That's what I'm talking about." And she was like, 10 minutes. I was like, she was like, "Don't do anything for 10 minutes. No book, no music, no ready." When I tell y'all, I like to lost my mind for 10 minutes because you're so used to going and going and going. So Pat, let's bump it up to 15 minutes, girl. And you talk about my water bill. You talk about 20, 30 minutes. That's all right. Keep handling your business, dog. You got to be great. And if it requires a Hollywood shower, you go be great with that, dog. I am not mad at you.
I think we got to cut this one off. It might go down the wrong road. All right.
It is. We leave. Thank you guys for joining the Fearless Morning Show. Make sure you take some time for yourself. Develop the new rules for yourself. Pat, make sure you check back in. So, and let us know how it's going. Oh, when somebody was taking a shower for too long in the Navy. Oh, okay. Hey, You got to handle your business, though. All right, guys. You guys have a great Wednesday. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:15. Make sure you text Freebie Friday 345-345 for the information for the free webinar on Saturday at 10. We will be here bright and early for you guys. You guys have a great day. We'll see you in the morning. Bye.
Bye-bye. Signing off.